Sega.
So far, all the Sega videos I've made cover arcade games and their home PC ports. This game is a bit different, as it came out on home platforms first, before Sega licensed it and rebuilt it into the arcade version shown here. First, we'll look at the PC version, which was exclusive to PCjr hardware and came on a cartridge. Yep, PC cartridges, they were a thing once upon a time. This I'm running in DOSBox. Then we'll compare it to Sega's reworked arcade version running on System 1 hardware. This I'm running in MAME. The original Pitfall game wasn't ported to the PC, although the Atari 2600 version is playable as an Easter egg in various other games. However, the sequel, Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns, did come to the PC and is a very close port of the Atari original. At the time, IBM PC computers were quite expensive and less focused on gamers, so IBM released a PCjr with improved visuals and sound and support for cartridges, but it flopped. It was onto this rather unloved platform that this game was released. The game begins with a scrolling message explaining how the PCjr version was adapted, with some instructions on how to start the game. Here you can see your explorer Harry and his cowardly mountain lion Quickclaw, one of the two characters you have to rescue in the game. Both were lifted from a Pitfall TV cartoon. You can see a plus icon, which is a respawn point should you die in-game. The basic gameplay is a flip-screen platformer with various obstacles and creatures to get past. A rat prevents you from getting to your mountain lion too soon. Throughout the large level there are various treasures to collect, as well as a special ring to locate. Very soon the game becomes a cave-based platformer, where it's extremely easy to mistime a jump or accidentally fall down a ladder, causing you to die. You're then transported back to the most recent respawn point, with any points you've collected decreasing while the screen scrolls back. You do, however, have endless lives. Eventually you'll make it to a large cavern, where mysterious pink balloons float across, offering you a way to reach higher parts of the level. Here you can see me locating the other lost character, your niece, Rhonda. Now, watch me play this version without talking over it. I played for almost 30 minutes and died countless times, so I'll edit this footage a bit to show less dying and more exploration. Sega licensed the home game and made an arcade version from it, which released in 1985. They lengthened the game name, so it's now called The Lost Caverns. This ran on Sega's System 1 hardware. The intro sequence details how this is based on the home version but reprogrammed by Sega. This is then followed by a few snapshots of the various treasure to be located in the game. There is much more variety than the PCjr version. A short demo of gameplay then begins. When you start the game, three things become apparent. Firstly, the graphics are a lot better due to the hardware the game was running on. Secondly, you now have limited lives and a 3-minute timer, but this can be extended by collecting treasure periodically. Thirdly, the level design is very different to the PCjr version. This is because the first stage is largely based on the original Pitfall game, but with a lot more additions. Every single screen throws a new enemy your way, from lava pits to logs, erupting volcanoes, bats and scorpions, sinking barrels, evil trees that throw spiky sweet chestnuts, apples and acorns at you, hungry crocodiles, kamikaze crows, lightning storms, and a fireball spitting end of level boss. Phew. Luckily I have infinite lives enabled to make this video. When you grab the key, the floor gives way and you're into underground levels, more reminiscent of the PCjr version. There are some new things to avoid here, like falling stalactites and slippery ice patches. Eventually, like the PCjr original, you'll come to a cave with balloons you can float on. And then a lot more platforms to fall off. This game is longer and harder than the home version. There are more levels with minecart rides and more complicated layouts, but I got tired at this point after playing for around a quarter of an hour. Now, instead of infinite lives, let's see how far I can get on just 3 lives that 1 credit buys you. Let's have a quick look at how the start of the PCjr version looks. We'll now wipe across to the arcade version, and it's way better looking, despite being released less than a year later. It's time to go head to head. We'll look at the opening section of both games, the cave area, and floating on a balloon. The PCjr game is a solid port of the Atari 2600 original, and fun to play even now. With its endless lives and respawn points, you have to be good to get far in it, but there's less pressure than the arcade version. Sega's version of the game merges the original Pitfall with Pitfall 2 Lost Caverns, plus introduces some of its own ideas with some tasty visuals, but it does get very difficult. Unless you play with the arcade dip switches and give yourself infinite lives. If you like this comparison of Pitfall 2 The Lost Caverns, then please like this video. Or subscribe, ring the bell, etc. so that you can find out when the next video is live. The next one, like this one, will be a little bit different to the norm.